What's going on, guys? I am Journey, and I'm back with a video review. This time on The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. When you first start your campaign, you take control of Link. He's working his way through a dungeon, and at the end of this dungeon, you're going to fight a boss. And upon completion of this, Link he gets caught into some trouble. Before Link get whisked away, he shoots his bow and arrow into an emerald. Inside that emerald is Zelda, and when you take control of Zelda, you use your analog stick to break free, and then you got to run for dear life. Because the thing that took in Link is looking to take you too, and it's expanding at a very rapid pace. Once you're out, you can see the world, and now you're off to your real adventure. Echoes of Wisdom has the same art style as The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening remake. But unlike the remake, Echoes of Wisdom is a very smooth experience. From start to finish, I have not experienced not one single slowdown. And it's a testament to Nintendo and their ability to optimize their games for their platforms. What's one of our biggest issues today? People don't optimize their games and instead rely on day one patches. Well, Nintendo don't seem to have that issue. So they're doing a A+ job in that department. My hat's off to Nintendo on this one. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this experience. Zelda is accompanied by a little ball of light named Tri. Tri has 3 triangles in the back of his head, and each one represents his power level, or at least specifically his ability. His ability is to be able to create mirages, essentially items in the world like benches, flower pots, beds, or defeated enemies, and you can be able to use those, conjure them up, use them for battle, traversing, solving puzzles, etc. These things we call echoes. So, these are your main tools throughout your whole entirety of your campaign. And not only that, Tri can level up. You level up by tackling rifts. When you complete a rift, you'll gain experience points to help him level up. Doing so is going to allow him to be able to do more for his abilities, ranging from being able to summon more to decreasing the cost that's required for echoes. In talking about costs for your echoes, some require only 1 triangle, some might require 2, and as you get along into the game, more will be required. You can mix and match your echoes, but remember the cost. You can't cast more than what Tri has the ability to be able to produce. So if the cost is more than the triangles that Tri has currently, it's not going to happen. So remember to go out there, tackle rifts, and level up Tri. That's the way how you're going to get it done. The game is very easy. There's no knock on it because no game needs to be the next Elder Ring. Like, I'm done with that. It's nice to have a simple and smooth experience that you can get in and play. Anybody can play this game, whether you're young or you're older, and it's a wonderful, wonderful experience to boot. But that doesn't mean that it does get a little bit more challenging as you go along. You do have the puzzles, and as you get further into the game, some of the enemies do become more difficult, but it's a very simple experience and it's easy to learn. You're going to want to play this. One of the things I love is that you can track your side missions. Not only that, but there's objectives for, let's say, your main mission and your side mission, and they're color coded differently. Translation. It's a lot easier to be able to identify and get where you have to go. For the most part, that makes for a much better experience as opposed to just accepting the side mission and having no idea which direction to go and just having to either look it up. So now you have absolute direction. That's a plus in my book and a great quality of life feature. What I don't like is that you have to hold right on your D-pad to access your echoes menu. You can sort your echoes by most used to cost and various others, but you can't do it in a way where your basic default is highest to lowest, but you can't change it from lowest to highest then to medium. You don't get those type of options. So it's pretty limited as far as what you can do. And if you're going down and doing a puzzle, there's a good chance where, because you're not going to be using them all, your answer might be somewhere in the middle no matter what you try to do to sort through it. Now, what they was better off doing was setting your D-pad up as a toggle. So you press right on your D-pad and it opens up a separate sub menu, no different from how you open up let's say going into your inventory, and then you have a much bigger, larger list to play with. And then as opposed to scrolling just right, you're scrolling up and down with the remaining of your D-pad or your analog stick, and you can select what you want A, and then go back into your game. Or if you don't find anything, you can press B to cancel back out to resume back to your game. It would have been so much better, so much more functional, and in my opinion, a lot more easier on the eyes. You can use try to highlight an enemy. You can then take the enemy and drop them off to their doom. But for echoes, if you would, you can actually follow the pathway, the trajectory that they're going on. The only issue with this is you can't control their directory. It's really hard to then have them be able to take you to the next location. Spiders are fine, they're great. Everything else has been no must here. There is this echo, and it's called a spinning towel, and it goes a very long distance, and I've been using that for the vast majority of my playthrough since I got it. And for me, that's been the best echo, SSSSS plus tier, period. Overall, I feel like The Legend of Zelda is a non-missable experience. What I mean is, go out and get it today. It is an amazing game from start to finish. It runs smooth, and not only that, but allows you to use your brain and explore places and options that you never thought possible before. And they do this by the use of echoes. So, when you have a brand new gameplay experience, and one is as clean as this, I don't think this is one that you should leave on the shelf. Whether it's your first time here, or you're returning to the series again, or you're just waiting for the next Legend of Zelda and you're ready to jump on in, you got no business whatsoever missing out on this experience. This is one of the great ones. Hopefully, this could be a perfect blend between your Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild experiences, and then you have the Link's Awakening and Echoes of Wisdom kind of like experience. I hope Nintendo goes down that direction. And that's my final thoughts on The Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom. Until then, make sure you guys take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and I hope to catch you on the next one. See you guys.